Welcome to AffairsCloud. My name is Vikas Rana. We are one-stop solution for current affairs. You can find Crack Current Affairs course on our application exclusively for current affairs, where you will get daily, weekly, monthly content on regular basis. Use the code Vikas10 and get 10% additional discount while purchasing the course. Also, students, follow us on Telegram and Instagram. The link for the same are mentioned in our description. This video has both English and Hindi. The first part is English and second part is Hindi. Timestamps are mentioned in the description below. Hello students, how are you all? I hope you are all good. So students, in this video we will be discussing important current affairs for the third week of the June month. The session will be quite interesting and important, so stay tuned with us till the end. Let's start. The first question asked here is, which company established India's first agri-drone indigenization facility inaugurated by Union Minister of State for Rural Development Kamlesh Paswan in June in Chennai, Tamil Nadu? It is Garuda Aerospace Private Limited, right? Where is this facility located? This Garuda Aerospace Private Limited, it is located in Chennai, Tamil Nadu, right? And which company established this first agri-drone indigenization facility? This first agri-drone indigenization facility is also located in Chennai, Tamil Nadu. Correct. Also remember, Kamlesh Paswan, he inaugurated 300 Center of Excellence and has flagged off the DGC approved train the trainer program of the Garuda Aerospace. Here the people who will be flying drones will be trained. Next, the Indian Army participated in the 22nd edition of the United Nations mandated multinational military exercise Conquest that was held where? It was held in Mongolia. It was held from 14 to 28th of June. And the important thing is, this is the 22nd edition of this Conquest exercise. Location of this exercise is Mongolia, where this exercise was held. From Indian Army, 40 personals took part in this exercise, right? And it is Kumaon regiment that took part in this exercise. Next, RBI allowed separate training of the registered interest and principal securities in state government securities. Question asked is, what is the minimum outstanding amount required for fixed coupon bonds issued by the state government or union territory to qualify the strips here? So, what is the minimum outstanding amount? It is minimum amount required here is of 1000 crore rupees. This will be in addition to the existing stripping and reconstitution allowed since April 1st, 2010 in eligible central government data securities. And if we talk about the stripes, these are the securities that represent either the principal or each interest payment of a bond, allowing them to be traded separately in the bond market. And here the maturity of them is 14 years. These fixed coupon bonds. Next, Gombozhov Zendaster was appointed as the 34th Prime Minister of Dash. He was appointed as the 34th Prime Minister of Mongolia. Next, identify the country defeated by South Africa to win the 23-25 International Cricket Council World Test Championship final held in London, England in June 2025. It is Australia, right? And this was the third edition of the ICC World Test Championship, right? It was held from 16th of June 23 till 14th of June 2024, and it is Australia that has won it, right? Oh, sorry, I correct. South Africa has won it. They defeated Australia in the final. So who won it? It was won by South Africa. Next, who won the 63rd edition of the Canadian Grand Prix held in the Montreal, Canada, marking his first F1 Grand Prix victory of the 2025 season? So George Russell has recently won the Canadian Grand Prix, right? Take a note of this. And here, if we see the overall drivers championship standing, in that George Russell stands at the 4th position. He is from Germany and he drives for Mercedes. Next, what is the theme of the Global Wind Day, the day being observed each year on 15th of June across the globe to raise awareness about the potential of wind energy in reshaping global energy systems and promoting a sustainable future? It is Day of Community Action. This is the theme here, right? World Wind Day was first observed in 2007, first time, right? And it is Ministry of New and Renewable Energy that hosted the event here. Next, which two countries qualified the FIFA Men's World Cup 2026 for the first time ever, confirmed during the Asia qualifiers in June 2025? So Uzbekistan and Jordan, these are the two countries that have qualified for the first time for the FIFA Men's World Cup 2026. Next, who was appointed as the President and Managing Director of Dell Technologies Incorporation of India in June 25, succeeding Alok Orai? So Manish Gupta was appointed as the President and Managing Director for Dell. Next, identify the correct statements regarding the third United Nations Ocean Conference held in Nice, France in June 2025. If we look at the options here, we have to find the correct statement, right? So if we look at the options here, option A is right, that is saying China's Li Junha was appointed as the Secretary General of UNCO3 by the United Nations Secretary General to overall monitor their preparedness. So yes, it is absolutely right. B is saying that B is wrong here and C is wrong, correct? So remember, only the option A is right here. Next is, where was the 113th session of the ILC, International Labour Conference, or Parliament of Labour, the highest decision-making body of the International Labour Organization, in which Union Minister Dr. Mansukh Mandviya represented India, held in 2025. So where was this held? This was held in Geneva, Switzerland. So the location was asked here. This conference will create global labor standards, review the member countries and also their policies, and address the key issues such as your workers' right, social security and workplace biological hazards that can cause problem. Next, identify the country that joined the BRICS as the 10th partner country in June 2025. It is Vietnam, right? Vietnam is the country, right, that joined the BRICS as their 10th partner country. Next is, United Nations General Assembly declared 2026 as the International Year of the Women Farmer to acknowledge the critical role of women in agriculture and to raise awareness about the challenges they face globally. Question asked is, which country initiated the resolution that led to the declaration by United Nations General Assembly? It is USA, United States of America. And this resolution was supported by over 100 countries, highlighting the international recognition of women's contribution to global food system. Next, identify the correct statement regarding the Union Minister Piyush Goyal's 5-day official visit to Switzerland and Sweden. If we look at the options here, we have to find the correct statement. So all these three options are rightly mentioned here. Next, who was formally awarded a knighthood by the King Charles III in June, recognizing his remarkable contribution to sports and charitable causes. So who was awarded here the knighthood by the King Charles III? So right option is David Robert Joseph Beckham, right? That is David Beckham, very famous footballer, former footballer. He was awarded here with this honor. Next, mention the name of the satellite that CNSA, China National Space Administration, launched during the Long March 2D carrier rocket from Jiuquan Satellite Launch Center to monitor the natural disasters using advanced space technologies. It is Zhongheng 102. Right, it was launched using Long March 2D carrier rocket and it represented 581st mission of the Long March rocket. Next, Goa Shipyard Limited, that is the Defence PSU, launched the 5th fast patrol vessel for the Indian Coast Guard in June, right, and it was under 473 crore rupees project. Identify the indigenously built vessel. What is the name of this 5th fast patrol vessel? It is Achal. Take a note of this. And it can reach a speed of 27 knots. It is 52 meters in length and 8 meters wide. Next, name the first Indian sponsor team that made history by winning the rapid section of the 3rd edition of the FIDE World Rapid and Blitz Team Championship held in London in June 2025. It is MGDI. Right, this is the first Indian sponsor team to have won the rapid section of the 2025 FIDE edition of the 3rd edition of the World Rapids and Blitz Team Championship. Next, Jacinda Kate Laurel Ardern, the former Prime Minister of which country, released a memoir. This is the memoir, A Different Kind of Power, where she highlighted her leadership journey and personal milestone. So she is the former Prime Minister of New Zealand. Next, mention the theme under the 10th anniversary of the United Nations International Day of Family Remittance, observed on 16th of June, focusing on sustainable development goals in low and middle income countries. So what is the theme here? It is being asked. It is remittances financing development. Next, mention the company that became the first Indian corporate to issue environmental social governance ESG bonds, right? These are your environmental social governance bonds, right? They were launched under the Securities and Exchange Board of India's ESG and Sustainability Linked Bond Framework in June 2025. So which is that company we are talking about that has launched these ESG bonds? It is L&T, Larsons and Tubro. These ESG bonds or environmental social governance bond, these are the debt instruments that are used to finance the projects that align with the environment, social and governance goals. Next, VO Chidambram Port Authority, that is VOC Port Authority, it is located where? It is located in Thoothukudi, Tamil Nadu, right? And it was officially declared as the India's first plastic free port. Take a note of this. This is important. Which is the India's first plastic free port? It is VOC Port Authority, that is in Thoothukudi, Tamil Nadu. Next is identify the stock exchange that announced plans to launch electricity derivatives following the approval from SEBI, right? You will be able to trade in the electricity in the futures options, right? You can buy long and short them, right? So identify the stock exchange. It is your Multi Commodity Exchange of India. They have launched the electricity derivatives here. Next, inaugural edition of the Joint Special Force Exercise Tiger Claw conducted from 26th of May to 10th of June between Indian Air Force and the United States Air Force concluded at where? It was in UP, Uttar Pradesh, right? Tiger Claw exercise. And it is held, Tiger Claw is held between Indian Air Force and US Air Force. Then next, according to the third edition of United Nations Ocean Conference, which concluded in France, pick out the correct statement. From the option given here, which of the following is rightly mentioned? If we see here, option B is right, that is the Coalition of Emerging Ocean Leaders, a global alliance of youth and early career professionals, was officially launched at the UNCO3. So yes, absolutely right. Next, as per the EIU Economist Intelligence Unit's Global Livability Index 2025 released on 17th of June, which of the following cities is not among the top 5 most livable cities in the world? So among the following, which is the not in the top 5? So Auckland, New Zealand is not among the top 5, right? These rest where we can see Copenhagen of Denmark is the most livable city in the world, that is on the first position. Then on second position is Vienna of Austria. Remember, Vienna, Austria used to top the position, but now it is on the second position here, right? So Copenhagen, Denmark on first, Vienna, Austria on second, Zurich on third, Melbourne on fourth. Next, United Nations General Assembly through the resolution this adopted on 16th of June proclaimed 4th of December as International Day against Unilateral Coercive Measures starting from 2025. Right, take a note of this. Then next, who was appointed as the first women secretary of the Department of Economic Affairs under the Ministry of Finance, succeeding Ajay Seth? Anuradha, I repeat, Anuradha Thakur, right? Anuradha Thakur was appointed as the first women secretary of the Department of Economic Affairs under the Ministry of Finance, and she will be succeeding Ajay Seth. Next, mention the name of the event for which footballer Cristiano Ronaldo announced as the global ambassador. So he was appointed as the global ambassador for Esports World Cup 2025 to be held in Saudi Arabia, right? That is in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Next, mention the state in India that topped the implementation of Ayushman Bharat Digital Mission as per the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. It is Bihar, right? And Bihar has almost achieved 92% online OPD registration rate at the government hospitals or government facilities. Next, which of the following institutions signed a tripartite MOU? Tripartite means 3 organizations signed here MOU on 18th of June to strengthen the inclusive education for the persons with disability. So which of the organization among them? 3 organizations: National Institute of Open Schooling NIOS, National Council of Educational Research and Training, that is NCRT, and Department of Empowerment of Persons with Disability. So these 3 organizations here signed the MOU to strengthen the inclusive education for the persons with disability. Next, name the digital platform that will be enhanced with local language support under the MOU signed between Ministry of Panchayati Raj and Bhashini, that is Bhasha Interface for India. This is basically, Bhashini is an AI platform that is using AI to provide multilingual support to different organization, even with the ministries here, right? And here you will be seeing to Panchayati Raj, here this Bhashini will be supporting or providing multilingual support, right? So name the digital platform that will be announced here. It is E-Gram Swaraj. And the government of Mizoram, remember, they have also signed an MOU with Bhashini under MEITY to promote the multilingual governance in their area. Next, as per the Skytrax World Airline Award 2025 held in Paris, which of the following airlines was not among the top 5 airlines globally? So among them, we can say Indigo is not among the top 5 airlines globally. Qatar Airways first, Singapore Airlines second, Cathay Pacific Airways on third position, right? Then Emirates on fourth position, and ANA All Nippon Airways on fifth position. So these are the top 5. If we talk about Indigo, Indigo stands at 39th position. Headquarter of Indigo is in Gurugram, Haryana. Next, WMO Executive Council recognized 20 new Sentinel observing stations. Which among these newly recognized stations is the oldest? So here, Susquehanna River Station of USA is among the oldest here, right, which dates back to 1786. Next, what is the name of the joint military exercise between India and France, whose 8th edition is being held from 18th of June to 1st of July in France? What is the exercise? It is exercise Shakti, right? This exercise Shakti is held between India and France. This is the 18th edition of this exercise, right? And it will enhance the coordination of military between these two nations. Next, identify the correct statement regarding the winners of Yuva Puraskar and Bal Sahitya Puraskar declared by Sahitya Academy in June 25. We have to find the correct statement here. So 23 authors of Yuva Puraskars and in among 6 categories with no awards in Dogri language, absolutely right. Second, 24 authors were selected for Bal Sahitya Puraskar across 7 categories, absolutely right. And each winner will be honored with a casket containing an engraved copper plate and a cash award of 5,000 rupees each. So absolutely right. All these 3 are rightly mentioned. Next is mention the Indian naval ship that became India's first indigenously designed and built anti-submarine warfare shallow watercraft warship inducted by Indian Navy in Visakhapatnam, Andhra Pradesh. So what is the name of that Indian naval ship? It is Arnala. Next, in June, renowned environmentalist, wildlife expert, Marathi author and Padma Shri awardee Maruti Bhujangaro Chitampalli, widely known as Aranya Rishi, that is forest sage, passed away at the age of 93. In which year did he conferred with the Padma Shri award? So the forest sage or Aranya Rishi, he was honored with Padma Shri in 2025. Right? Next, National Reading Day observed on 19th of June every year to instill reading culture among all age groups and encourage the literacy through books and libraries. Question is, the day is observed to commemorate the contribution of which personality widely known as the father of the library and literacy movement in Kerala? So it is P.N. Panikkar, right? Take a note of it. Next is Sitha app. This was launched in June in Telangana. This is a gig-based platform developed to provide flexible, skill-based earning opportunities to empower which group? It is to empower the women. So specifically for women, this Sitha app was launched, and it was launched in Telangana to provide the gig workers or gig platform workers with various flexible and skill-based opportunity to the women there specifically. Next, in June, Ministry of Personal Public Grievances and Pension issued an office memorandum on providing OPS, old pension system benefits to the central government employees that are subscribed under UPS. What is the minimum monthly pension amount under the OPS for central government employees with at least 10 years of service? So with 10 years of service, any central government employee want to take voluntary or retirement, then he will be entitled to a minimum of 10,000 rupees monthly pension. Next, name the web portal launched by the Union Minister for Women, Child and Development, Annapurna Devi, during the National Consultation on Gender Budgeting. So, which is this web portal? It is Gender Budgeting Knowledge Hub. Next, in which city was India's first ever commercial deployment of hydrogen fuel cell based buses launched? These buses were launched by NTPC, National Thermal Power Corporation, and they were launched in Leh Ladakh. Next, what is India's rank in Global Energy Transition Index as per the World Economic Forum's report released, that is titled Fostering Effective Energy Transition 2025 in June 2025. So what is India's rank here? India stands at 71st position, right? Then Sweden secured the top position, Finland on the second position, and Denmark on the third position. Next, which of the following universities is not ranked in the top 5 globally as per the Quackrelli-Simon World University Ranking 2026 as released by Quackrelli-Simon in June? So here IIT Delhi, right, is not ranked among the top 5. So take a note of this. India IIT here is not ranked. IIT was not here. Take a note of this. If we see MIT secured the first position, then Imperial College London second position, Stanford University third position, University of Oxford fourth position, and Harvard University fifth position. Next, identify the correct statement regarding the World Investment Report 25. Here you can see the title, International Investment in the Digital Economy, launched by the Secretary General of United Nations Conference on Trade and Development in June. We have to find the correct statement here. Option A and option C are rightly mentioned. Right? Now, B is saying that is wrong is China continues to be the leading country for both FDI inflows and outflows. No, it is not China but USA that is dominating both FDI inflows and outflows. Next, identify the company that entered into a strategic collaboration with the Council of Europe Development Bank of France to modernize their reconciliation operations using artificial intelligence and automation. It is TCS, Tata Consultancy Services. Next, as of March, which country became the largest source of FDI equity inflows into India? It is Singapore, right? Next, according to the Performance Grading Index 2.0 for 23-24 released by Department of School Education and Literacy in June, which of the following states or union territories is not among the top 5 performers in school education? Among the following in top 5, Maharashtra is not there. Chandigarh on first, Punjab on second, Delhi on third, Gujarat on fourth, and Odisha on fifth. Next, which institute is spreading the Delhi government's pilot initiative titled Technology Demonstration and Evaluation of Cloud Seeding as an alternative for Delhi's NCR pollution? See, cloud seeding is basically also known as artificial rain, in which a aircraft will go into the clouds where they will be spraying silver iodide, right? With this, what will happen is that the water vapors will become heavy in the clouds and they starts to fall in the form of rain. And here it is IIT Kanpur that is helping the government of Delhi in order to carry out this. And this aircraft that will be used here will be Cassina aircraft. Take a note of this. Question can be as Cassina aircraft. Next is pick out the correct statement regarding the Prime Minister Narendra Modi's official visit to Cyprus, Canada and Croatia from 15th to 19th of June. If we look at the options here, we have to find the correct statement. So all three of them are rightly mentioned. Next, which Indian university secured the highest global rank in the THE University Impact Ranking by the Times Higher Education in June 2025? It is Amrita Vishwa Vidyapeetham. This is the university, right? They secured the first position in India. Globally, they are at the 41st position. Lovely Professional University at 48th position. GSS Academy of Higher Education and Research, they are at the 56th position. And Shulini University of Biotechnology and Management Science at the 96th position globally. Next, RBI introduced the Project Finance Directions in June for banks, NBFCs, cooperative banks and other regulated entities, which will come into effect starting from 1st of October 2025. Next, identify the AI-powered lending platform implemented by First Abu Dhabi Bank in June 25 to enhance their credit and debt management operations, developed by Intellect Design Arena through their Intellect Global Consumer Banking unit. So, what is that AI-powered lending platform? It is eMAC.ai lending platform. This debt management solution will aim to improve the operational efficiency and enhance the customer experience by automating the credit processes. Next, identify the company that secured a transfer of technology agreement worth 511 crore rupees from ISRO, enabling to build, design and operate the small satellite launch vehicle. So ISRO did this transfer of technology to Hindustan Aeronautics Limited, and this TOT is for small satellite launch vehicle. It is Hindustan Aeronautics Limited. Next is in June, Galaxy Space Solutions Private Limited, a space tech startup, they have announced their plan for their second Earth observation satellite, targeting a sharp resolution of 0.5 meter and revisit time under the 3 days. It is Galaxy, they have launched this. Next, with a throw of how much distance did India's Neeraj Chopra win the Paris Diamond League? Neeraj Chopra, he is related with javelin throw, and he threw a 88.16 meter javelin, and he has won the Paris Diamond League 2025 title. Next, identify the correct statement regarding the International Day of Yoga observed on 21st of June. If we look at the options here, option B is right and C is right, A is wrong. A is saying the theme for this day is From Clicks to Progress, Youth Digital Pathways for Sustainable Development. Is it correct? No, this is not the theme. We have done the theme multiple times, students. That is Yoga for One Earth, One Health. This is the theme here that you need to remember for International Yoga Day. Next, AG600, the world's largest amphibious aircraft, was developed by whom? It was developed by Aviation Industry Corporation of China. Next, Zuno Smart Drive is a flagship product launched by Juno General Insurance in June. Under which category of insurance? So just Juno Smart Drive, as the name suggests, Smart Drive, it is for car insurance that has been launched. This is a cash detection feature that is powered by an advanced mobile telematic system that has been integrated into the Zuno application. So that's all for the day, students. Now let's move to the revision part that will be beneficial for your revision part. DRDO and Indian Navy successfully conducted the combat firing of indigenously designed dash with a reduced explosive payload. So DRDO and Indian Navy, they successfully conducted the combat firing of the indigenously designed multi-influence ground missile, right, with a reduced explosive payload. This system will enhance Indian Navy's defense against modern stealth ships and submarines that will offer advanced detection and engagement capabilities. Next, ATEL Africa has partnered with Space Exploration Technologies Corporation, that is SpaceX, to deploy dash low Earth orbit satellites internet service across Africa. So it is to deploy Starlink low Earth orbit satellite internet service across Africa. And this Starlink is also owned by Elon Musk. In India also, it is ATEL and Jio, with which Starlink has partnered in order to provide internet services in India. Next, Paras Defence and Space Technologies Limited, they have signed a memorandum of understanding with which company to establish a joint venture for understanding, manufacturing and supplying hydrogen powered drones in India. So they have partnered with whom? They have partnered with Heaven Drones Limited. Correct? This MOU has been signed, or this joint venture has been signed with, or this MOU has been signed between Paras Defence and Space Technologies Limited and Heaven Drones, and they will be establishing a joint venture for the hydrogen powered drones. Right? They will be first of its kind in India. If we talk about hydrogen fuel only, hydrogen powered buses has also been recently launched. They were developed by NTPC and they have been launched in Leh, Ladakh. Next, which Indian Defence PSU delivered Arnala, INS Arnala, the first of 8 indigenously developed anti-submarine warfare shallow watercraft to the Indian Navy in Kattupalli, Tamil Nadu. So, which is that organization? It is GRSC that has developed this INSSV Arnala. Moving on, identify the name of the advanced AI-based text-to-speech model that supports 11 Indian languages and that is aimed to enhance the digital voice applications launched by Sarvam AI Private Limited in May 2025. It is, what is the name of that AI-based text-to-speech model? It is Bulbul V2 and it supports 11 Indian languages. The USA President Donald Trump unveiled a defense plan for $175 billion Golden Dome. This is a new missile defense system which will help USA in countering the foreign missile attacks that are fired towards the USA mainland. So Trump has appointed whom as the US Space Force as lead program manager. So he appointed General Michael Guetlin as the US Force as the lead program manager for this Golden Dome. This will be similar to that of Iron Dome of Israel, and it will be costing them more than $175 billion. Next, and USA will be having it by 2029. Next is, which battery technology was developed by researchers at the Jawaharlal Nehru Center for Advanced Scientific Research, Bengaluru, using the Nesicon technology that can reach 80% charge in just 6 minutes and supports over 3000 charging cycles. So which is that battery technology? It is sodium ion battery technology. Next, space startup Agnikul Cosmos Private Limited, they successfully fired the India's first electric motor driven semi-cryogenic engine, which is set to power their upcoming Agniban launch vehicle, and this is the first time an engine of this kind has been developed and tested in India. Next is, mention the rare iron potassium sulfate mineral found by the Indian researchers in the arid Kutch region of Gujarat, confirming their potential as a natural geological clock for Mars exploration. So mention the rare iron potassium sulfate minerals that were found. Which is it? It is jarosite. This is the mineral and found here in Kutch region of Gujarat, and with this we can say that that particular area is a natural geological clock for Mars exploration, right? We can find the similarities between Kutch, Gujarat and the surface of Mars in certain places. Next, mention the name of the company that delivered the first of 6 indigenously developed Surya very high frequency radar systems to the Indian Air Force. So which is that company we are talking about? Name that company we are talking about. Alpha Design Technologies Private Limited. They have developed these Surya very high frequency radar systems to the Indian Air Force, and they were developed with a cost of 200 crore rupees. Next, in May, Indrajal, that is an autonomous anti-drone technology company, has launched Indrajal Infra, an AI-powered solution to protect India's high-value infrastructure from the growing threat of drone warfare. This Indrajal Infra uses AI-driven threat detection along with sensors, spoofers and jammers to cover airface up to what area? What is the radius in which it will be operating? So it is 4,000 square kilometer. Up to 4,000 square kilometer this will be working. And Indrajal Infra, they have also, it is built on a OS, that is your Sky OS platform, right? Next, which multinational satellite service provider received the approval from InSpace to provide direct satellite coverage to the media organizations in India? It is Intelsat, right? It is a multinational satellite service provider, and they received an approval from Ahmedabad, Gujarat based InSpace to provide direct satellite coverage to media organizations in India. Name the advanced light helicopter model developed by Hindustan Aeronautics Limited that was cleared for operations in May by the Indian Army and Indian Air Force. It is Advanced Light Helicopter Dhruv, correct? And it was this helicopter, it has been recently approved for the operations that will be done by Indian Army and Indian Air Force. So that these forces will be now using this Advanced Light Helicopter Dhruv. And 340 helicopters have been manufactured so far for the usage. Next, identify the India's first genome edited rice varieties that were revealed by Union Minister for Agriculture and Farmers Welfare Shivraj Singh Chauhan in New Delhi. It is DDR Khan 100, that is Kamla, and Pusa DST Rice 1. So these are the two varieties. These are the genome edited varieties. That means they will be having better output. They will be resisting to the change in temperature. The quality will be better here. It will be more nutritious. Next, mention the organization in India that collaborated with the Belgium's Grey Space Law and Policy Consulting Firm to launch the Stride EUI initiative in May to enhance India-European strategic partnership. It is the Dialogue. Next, recently in May, which of the following state is set to become a key participant in India's first interstate cheetah conservation corridor, collaborating with Madhya Pradesh to establish a 17,000 square kilometer wild corridor? It is Rajasthan. Right, take a note of this. The aim of this project is to improve the genetic diversity and ensure better movement of wildlife, and also to mitigate the challenges that are there of the habitat fragmentation. This corridor will be linking Palpur, Kuno National Park and Gandhi Sagar Sanctuary that are in Madhya Pradesh. They will be connected with Mukundra Hills. Mukundra Hills Tiger Reserve that is in Rajasthan. So in short term we can say Madhya Pradesh here will be connected with Rajasthan for these wildlife corridor. Next, who has been appointed as the chairperson of the committee on estimates for FY26 by Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla in May 25. So Sanjay Jaiswal was appointed here. This committee will comprise of 30 members, all from Lok Sabha. Next, as per the provisional data released by the Ministry of Mines in May, what was India's iron ore production in FY25? It was 289 million metric tons. Also, manganese ore, its production also reached a new all-time high in FY25, rising by 11.8% to 3.8 million metric ton. Next, the Indian Army received a Igla-S missiles. This is a type of Russian-made, very short-range, man-portable air defense system that is used to shoot down the low-flying targets such as your drones, helicopters and missiles. If we talk about Israel students, they are having Iron Dome. And now USA is planning that they will be having Golden Dome. It is similar to that of Iron Dome. Next, name the institute under the Ministry of Earth Science that launched submarine cable project in May to enhance the long-term monitoring of the Indian Ocean. Which is the institute? It is Indian National Center for Ocean Information Services. They have launched this submarine cable project that will improve the long-term monitoring of the Indian Ocean, and a 150 kilometer long submarine cable will be installed off the coast of Vandur that is in Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Next, mention the institute that received the approval from the Ministry of Education to open an off-campus center at GIFT City in GIFT IFSC in Gandhinagar, Gujarat. Which is that institute we are talking about? That is IIFT, Indian Institute of Foreign Trade. Next, Chief Minister of Chhattisgarh Vishnu Diyo Sai laid the foundation stone of Data Center Park. That is India's first AI-based infrastructure project in the Sector 22 of Nava Raipur, Chhattisgarh. This data center park, this will be a 13.5 acres of area, and the first phase will commence the capacity with 5 megawatts with a plan to extend it to 150 megawatt, and additionally 2000 crore rupees will be spent here. Next, which state government hosted a 2-day strawberry festival in 2025 in May to promote agro-tourism and support the rural livelihoods and showcase the state growing strawberry cultivation? It is which state? Meghalaya. So remember, if we are talking about strawberry festival, it is related to Meghalaya. Next, Union Minister for Ministry of Civil Aviation Kinjarappu Ram Mohan Naidu recently granted in principle approval for setting up a greenfield airport. Where this will be set up? It will be set up in Kota and Puri. Where are they located? These are located in Odisha. Right? Where are they located? In Odisha. Puri is in Odisha and Kota is in Rajasthan. Kota, the very famous location where the institutes are famous, right? And here the airport will be developed in 2 phases worth 1507 crore rupees. Correct? That is the first airport in Kota. Next, in May, National Museum for Clean Ganga has approved a project to protect and manage the Nathmalpur Bagad wetland. This is a wetland. Where is this wetland located? It is located in Bihar, in the Bhojpur district of Bihar, and here it will be conserved. And this decision was taken during the 62nd executive committee meeting, and here this will be costing 3.51 crore rupees, and this project is the 5th wetland being undertaken under this mission, right? Next, under the cashless treatment of road accident victim schemes of 2025 as notified by the Ministry of Road Transport and Highways in May, what is the maximum amount entitled for cash treatment per accident per person? It is 1.5 lakh rupees per accident per treatment will be provided here, and the government has allocated 272 crore rupees for this particular scheme for FY26. Next, which state emerged as the India's leading textile exporter in FY25, contributing $7.99 billion? It is Tamil Nadu state, right? And Gujarat here ranked at the second position, correct? And Maharashtra on third position. Next, mention the technology that is embedded in India's newly launched e-passport to enhance traveler security and identification. Which is it? It is radio frequency identification, that is RFID. The key benefit of this e-passport, that is it will enhance the ability to maintain the integrity of the passport holders data. Next, Union Minister Piyush Goyal has addressed Colombia India Energy Dialogue. It was held in New Delhi, that emphasizes the India's role in driving just and inclusive shift to clean energy. Next, Prime Minister of India Narendra Modi, right, and the Prime Minister of UK Keir Starmer has announced the successful conclusion of the comprehensive and mutually beneficial India-UK Free Trade Agreement. By what year this FTA Free Trade Agreement is expected to double the bilateral trade by volume between India and UK to $60 billion, which is currently $30 billion. So the targeted year is 2030. And this free trade agreement, this will ensure zero duty market access for the 99% of the Indian exporters to the UK. In April, a memoir titled The Undying Light, A Personal History of Independent India was published by Elf Book Company, Delhi. Who is the author of this memoir? So Gopal Krishna Gandhi, right, is the author here of The Undying Light, A Personal History of Independent India. This book is published by Elf Book Company and it is of 624 pages. Right, it is available in English. And this memoir starts with the deeply personal recollection of Mahatma Gandhi's assassination. Next, what is the name of the author of the book titled The Johnson & Johnson's Files, The Indian Secrets of a Global Giant, that was published by Juggernaut Books in May 2025? So, Conyan Sharif M is the author here, right? He is the National Health Editor at the Indian Express and he has released this book. This book is talking about the articular surface replacement hip implant scandal involving in the USA based pharmaceutical company Johnson & Johnson, right? So it is talking about a scam about hip replacement. Next, identify the name of the book authored by Shyam Prakash Sharma, released in May 2025 in New Delhi. So the name of the book is India at the Rate of 2047, Leading the Global Economic Order. Next, name the author of the book titled The Tamils, A Portrait of Community, published by Elf Book Company in May 2025. So, Nirmala Lakshman is the author of this book. Next, book titled Janta Ki Kahani in Meri Atamkatha is the autobiography written by whom? Released by Vice President of India Jagdeep Dhankar ji. So, what is the name of the book? It is Janta Ki Kahani in Meri Atamkatha, and this is the autobiography written by Bandura Dattaraya's. Right, this reflects Bandura Dattaraya's political and social journey that talks about various connections, various public meetings, various commitments, right? Also his life experiences that he went through. Next, identify the author of the memoir The Diary of a Cricketer's Wife, a very unusual memoir released in April and published by HarperCollins India Private Limited. So, who is the author here? Pooja Pujara is the author here. This memoir is co-authored by Pooja Pujara and Namita Kala, right? And it was published by Gurugram-based HarperCollins Publishers India Private Limited, and it was released in April 2025. Next, identify the cricketer who launched his book Tested the Remarkable Power of Resolve in 2025. This book explores the leadership and decision making through discussions with 11 experts from different fields. So who is the cricketer who launched this book? Patrick Cummins. He launched this book. Next, identify the person who has written the book titled Test Cricket, a History, published by UK-based Quercus, which will celebrate the 150th anniversary of the Test Cricket in March 2026. So who has written this book? Tim Wigmore, right? This book offers a detailed narrative tracing the evolution of Test cricket since 1877. These were your books. Now let's move to some obituary questions. First, in April, Professor Sunny Thomas, the former national coach of India and Dronacharya awardee, passed away at the age of 83. He belonged to which sport? He belonged to shooting. Right? And in 2001, Professor Sunny Thomas became the first shooting coach to be honored with this Dronacharya award. Next, identify the veteran Congress leader and former Union Minister who passed away in May at the age of 79. So, Dr. Girija Vyas passed away at the age of 79 in Ahmedabad, Gujarat. She was born in 1946 in Rajasthan and she served as the chairperson of the National Commission for Women and president of the Rajasthan Prasad Congress Committee. Next, identify the renowned yoga guru and Padma Shri awardee who passed away at the age of 128 in May 2025. So, Swami Sivananda Saraswati recently passed away. She was honored with Yoga Ratna Award in 2019 and on 21st of June we recently observed Yoga Day. Right, and in 2022 he was honored with Padma Shri also. Next, Kerala's pioneering literacy advocate and Padma Shri awardee Kavirapalli Rabia recently passed away in May. Mention the field which she was awarded Padma Shri in 2022. So she was awarded with Padma Shri for social work in 2022 and this is the fourth highest civilian award. Next, mention the name of the renowned German racing driver, a former F1 driver and Le Mans champion who passed away at the age of 78 in the May month. So, Jochen Richard Mas, right? He recorded 32 wins in the World Sports Car Championship, placing second in the all-time winners list behind Jackie Ixie, and he has recently passed away. Next, Subanna Ayappan, a renowned Indian aquaculture scientist and the first non-crop specialist to lead which organization, passed away in the May month? ICAR. He led ICAR and in 2022 he was honored with Padma Shri. Right? He also played a crucial role in India's blue revolution. Right? Next, identify the former Indian football player who passed away at the age of 81 in May 2025. So, Dost Muhammad Khan Afzal. He recently passed away at the age of 81 in Hyderabad, Telangana, born in 1943, and he was a part of the gold medal winning Indian team at the 1962 Asian Games that was held in Jakarta, Indonesia, and he's a former Indian footballer. Next, Louis Galvin, a key member of his country's 1978 FIFA World Cup winning squad, passed away at the age of 77. He belongs to which country? He belongs from Argentina. Then next, in May, Jose Alberto Musico Cordano, nicknamed as Pepe, a former president of which country, passed away at the age of 89. For the former president of Uruguay passed away. He was the 40th president of Uruguay from 2010 to 2015. Next, screenwriter and director Robert Douglas Benton passed away in May. Name the film for which he won Academy Awards during the Best Director, Best Picture and Best Adapted Screenplay. So it was Kramer versus Kramer. Next, identify the celebrity makeup artist who passed away in May 25 at the age of 65 in Mumbai, Maharashtra. So Vikram Gaikwad, a very famous celebrity makeup artist, he recently passed away. Next, identify the person who was a senior leader of the Communist Party of India and former Rajya Sabha member of Parliament, passed away in May 2025. So, Nepalabdev Bhattacharya, right, has recently passed away and he was honored with Padma Shri in 1989, with Padma Bhushan in 2007, correct? Then next is identify the person known as the father of India's Science Museum movement and was also the founding director general of National Council of Science Museum, who passed away in May 2025. So Dr. Saroj Ghosh, right? He envisioned and executed the development of a decentralized model of science museums across India, making science accessible, interactive, and inspiring to millions of people. Take a note of it. And honored with Padma Shri in 1989 and Padma Bhushan in 2007. The Survey of India updated India's official coastline length to 11,098 km, mentioned the organization that led the multi-year scientific review in collaboration with the SOI, right? That is Survey of India. So, mention the organization. It is National Hydrographic Organization. And this revision earlier, the coastline was estimated to be 7,516 kilometer, which now has been added 5,337 kilometers, and now the total has become 11,098 kilometers. Right, and this revision follows a multi-year scientific review that was led by Dehradun, Uttarakhand based National Hydrographic Organization in coordination with the Survey of India. Next, the world's first dash named Babuji Vanam was inaugurated by Telangana Governor Jishnu Dev Verma at Kana Shanti Vanam in Hyderabad as a part of 125th birth anniversary celebration of Pujya Babuji Maharaj. So the world's first energy transmission garden by the name Babuji Vanam. Vanam means garden. Right, this was inaugurated by Telangana Governor Jishnu Dev Verma at Kana Shanti Vanam in Hyderabad. Next, identify the medical condition for which India conducted the first human gene therapy trial in April 25 through a collaboration between Biotechnology Research and Innovation Council's Institute for Cell Science and Regenerative Medicine in Bengaluru and Christian Medical College, Vellore. So, identify that medical condition for which India conducted its first human gene therapy trial. It is for hemophilia, right? This is a genetic blood disorder, right, in which blood does not clot normally, causing abnormal bleeding. Next, identify the portal that was launched by Himachal Pradesh Chief Minister Sukhwinder Singh Sukhu to simplify the application process for various social security pension schemes in the state. It is e-Kalyan, right? This portal reflects the Himachal Pradesh government's commitment to enhance the transparency and efficiency in delivering the social welfare schemes. Next, on 69th Foundation Day, that was on 1st of May, of the Directorate of Enforcement, the Union Minister of State for Finance Pankaj Chaudhary has honoured several Enforcement Directorate officers for their outstanding service. Who among the following received the President's Medal for Meritorious Service during this event, right? This was the 69th Foundation Day of ED, right? And who among the following received the President's Medal here for Meritorious Service during the event? Abhishek Goyal. Take a note of it. And a total of 23 officers, right, and zonal units were honored here. Next, which ministry organized the event Aging with Dignity Initiatives for the Welfare of Senior Citizens that was attended by the President Draupadi Murmu ma'am on 2nd of May at Rashtrapati Bhavan Cultural Center, Delhi. So it is Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment. This event was organized by Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment, and here various key initiatives that are dedicated to the well-being of senior citizens were launched during the event. Next, name the digital platform that was launched by Moraji Desai National Institute of Yoga under the Ministry of Ayush during the Yoga Mahotsav event in May 25 to mark the 50-day countdown to International Day of Yoga 2025. It is Yoga Sangam portal. Take a note of this. And International Yoga Day was observed on 21st of June. Next, in May, Union Minister for Corporate Affairs Nirmala Sitharaman ma'am, our Finance Minister, inaugurated the Corporate Bhavan, a 7-story facility for the Ministry of Corporate Affairs, where in Kolkata, West Bengal. Next, in May, Union Minister Amit Shah, our Home Minister, paid tribute to by unveiling a statue and renaming a road and rotary in New Delhi on the 35th death anniversary of Bodofa Upendranath Brahmaji, right, in New Delhi. This ceremony was organized by the government of Assam, and it is here this statue that we are talking about. This is a 9-feet statue that was unveiled, and the road was named Lala Lajpat Rai in South Delhi was renamed to. So this road was renamed to what? Bodofa Upendra Brahma Marg. Correct? Take a note of it. Then next, one more thing, this statue of Bodofa, right? It is also known as the guardian of the Bodos. Guardian of the Bodos, right? Or we can say father of the Bodos. Mention the satellite internet service provider that received the letter of intent from the Department of Technologies, making a key step towards their commercial operations in India. It is Starlink, students. We just discussed between, and Starlink will be partnering with Jio and Airtel in India for providing the satellite internet connection in India. Next, scientists from Chinese Academy of Science, Beijing, they have launched the first ever pangenome of Asian cultivated dash by decoding the genomes of 144 wild and cultivated varieties across Asia. So, Chinese Academy of Science in Beijing, they have launched the first ever pangenome of Asia cultivated rice, right? And this was done by decoding of genome editing of 144 wild and cultivated varieties across Asia, right? A pangenome is a complete collection of a gene in rice that includes those all by shared varieties and those unique to the certain types, that helps the scientist in understanding better and improve the rice diversity. This will make it more resilient, better output will be there quantity wise also as well as quality wise also. Next, Taiwan conducted the first live fire test of which advanced artillery system supplied by USA at the Jupeng military base in Pingtung County in Taiwan. It is HIMARS or HIMARS, right? That is your high mobility artillery rocket system supplied by USA at the Jupeng military base in Taiwan. Next, in May, where did Indian Army successfully conduct a large-scale integrated field training exercise named Teesta Prahar, demonstrating operational preparedness and the seamless coordination between combat and support units of Indian Army in challenging the riverine terrain. It is West Bengal. Next, in May, India successfully conducted the trials of its indigenously developed low-cost counter-drone system by the name Bhargavastra at the Seaward firing range in Gopalpur, Odisha. Take a note of this. And this Bhargavastra, right? It has been developed by SDAL. What is SDAL? That is Solar Defense and Aerospace Limited. Next, identify the name of the GPS Global Positioning System like navigation system for the moon launched by Spanish technology company group Mecania del Vuelo, that is GMV, in May 2025, right? So a GPS on moon has been launched by GMV. Question asked is, what is the name of that GPS? It is Lupin. Lupin is the name for that system. Next, mention the name of India's fully indigenous automated air defense control and reporting system, which played a pivotal role in destroying Pakistan's aerial attacks by neutralizing and intercepting every inbound projectile during the 4-day military standoff between India and Pakistan in May 2025. Question asked is, name that India's automated air defense control and reporting system. It is Akshatir, right? So all the drones, UAVs and missiles that were launched from Pakistan towards India, it were intercepted by Akshatir, and all these things were taking place during an operation by the name Operation Sindhu. Next, mention the satellite launched by ISRO aboard the PSLV C-61 from Satish Dhawan Space Center in Sriharikota, Andhra Pradesh. It is the Earth Observation Satellite 09 and it was launched using PSLV Polar Satellite Launch Vehicle C-61. Next, mention the country that launched the first batch of AI-powered satellites using the Long March 2D carrier rocket to build the world's first supercomputer in orbit. It is China. Next, identify the Indian naval sailing vessel formerly inducted by Indian Navy at Karwar Naval Base, Karnataka. What is the name of that INSV? It is INSV Conindya. Next is, in May, Aerospace Industries Limited successfully tested the India's next generation drones under the AirShield initiative, right? Take a note of this. And what are these basically? It is your, one is VTOL, vertical takeoff and landing, that is AER Recon Autonomous Reconnaissance Module 5, and Aircon ARM-10 has been launched here. Next is identify the organization operating under the CSIR that successfully completed a series of pre-monsoon flight tests for its indigenous high-altitude platform prototype, making a significant advancement in India's capabilities in border surveillance and aerial monitoring. It is National Aerospace Laboratory. This is an arm of CSIR only.